Y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I've got a super quick project for you tonight. I've been wanting to make something to put these little Reese's peanut butter cups in. I got these at the grocery store. I got a whole box of them. I thought there's a few people at my work that I'll give a little treat to on Valentine's. So anyway, I thought, how can I make it sweet? So I created this little box. Now I've made a box similar to this before, but it's smaller. So I just kind of changed my dimensions on it. But anyway, I added a belly band on the top and a rosette. And as you see, it just opens right up perfectly. And I added some shred and a little bit of bling in the bottom. And it perfectly fit these two Reese's peanut butter cups right there in the box. Okay, so let me just quickly show you how I made this box. Like I said, y'all are going to see how fast you can whip these out. The longest part it's going to take is for me to slip this belly band back on. There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the first thing that I did is I went ahead and cut the paper, and I cut this paper at 7.5 by 8 3/4. And so the first thing that we're going to need to do is on the 7.5 side, we are going to do scoring. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch. My paper is a little bit thick, so I'm going to have to go over this one twice. 7.5, so 1/2, and then you're going to go skip on over to 2. And then you're going to skip on over to 5.5. And then pop on over to 7. How easy is that, right? Okay, so then I'm going to flip it over, and this side of the paper measures 8 3/4. So this piece of paper is 7.5 by 8 3/4. So on the 8 3/4 side, we're just going to score 1.5. And I'm going to score over at 4. And then I'm going to score at 5.5. And there we go. Okay, so that's all the scoring we're going to need to do. Okay, let's do a little bit of folding. So I'm going to do a fold on all these score lines. I need to make sure that my line didn't move over. Yeah, it did. So I'm going to score on the 1/2 inch on each side of there. I'm going to score over here. Score in the middle. Go ahead and crease it up in the middle. And let's fold on all the rest of the score lines. Okay, so this is what it's going to be looking like. So this actually right here, this is going to be so there was one more score line that I needed, and on the 8 3/4, and I was like, what in the world did I do? But on the 8 3/4 side, we also need to score at 8. So I knew I had to stop my video for a second because I knew I had forgotten one. I'm like, okay, I took the belly band off. What did I do? And I realized, I forgot to score this last one. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, let's just do a little cutting here. And on this end, this is the 8 3/4 section, 7.5 here. So on the 7.5, you're holding it like this. I'm going to cut all the way up to the second score line. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so there we got that one. And now we're going to cut here on this next score line, just up to this middle score line. Gonna cut this one up to the score line. I'm gonna cut these little tabs off. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this tab off, this little one right over here. Okay, I'm going to flip around. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Going to cut up to that second score line on the side. Okay, got both of those. Going to clip off this one. And clip off this one. On these little tabs right here, I'm going to cut them at an angle. I usually do that with my boxes. It helps things to fold in place better. So I'm going to cut those up to the score line. Cut those. And I'll cut this one. Okay, so there you go. I think I need to trim this one a little bit more. Didn't trim it down enough. Okay, so this is what the box looks like now. So let me move these out of the way. Okay, so now, as you probably guessed, the box is gonna, the flaps will come up. They're gonna fold in. And then this right here, these little things will flip over. And this is the top. So the first thing you're going to need to do is put some adhesive on the outside of these little flaps. And so I just used my art glitter glue. I had the lid off, or my pin off, a while ago when I was making the sample. So if y'all use art glitter glue, you know you gotta, I need to be better, more proactive on getting that pin back on. Okay, I'm gonna fold these in, kind of bring it up, make sure that the edge of the boxes is flush with the edge of the sides. And there we go. That's not too bad. Going to do the same thing on this side. I think it's really fun making boxes. In fact, you know what, the other day my husband and I went to Tiff's Treats, and I don't know if you have a Tiff's Treats in your area, but it's a cookie store where you could order nice hot cookies, and literally when they deliver them to you, they will be hot. And they will bring you milk or whatever you want to drink or whatever too. So anyway, we went to Tiff's Treats, and I only got 4 cookies, 2 for me and 2 for my hubby. And oh my goodness, y'all, I can't believe it. They put it in this cutest box, and you know what I did? I took the box and I opened it up, the edge of it, and I'm like, you never know, I might need a template one day. That's a good size little box. I have saved it. So y'all, watch out for boxes. You never know when you're gonna need it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Fits right down in there. Okay, and as you see here, I kind of angled the front corners here. Okay, now before you put this together, you could have added some adhesive. I went ahead and cut some designer paper to decorate this up. The side pieces that goes on the front and the back, these measure 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. The side pieces I cut 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. And the top is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'll put those all in the description box below, so don't worry about that. Look at that, I found red and white polka dot and it was Christmas paper. Oh well. We're coming to the end of Valentine projects, y'all. Valentine's is in 2 days. So go ahead and adhere your paper on. Go all the way around. Make sure you add some good glue or adhesive, whatever you prefer. If you want to do a rosette on the top like I did, have your glue gun ready. And you start getting that heated up. Okay. Got one for the back. Can't believe I forgot that one score line, y'all. I had to stop my video for a second and I was like, what did I do? And then I realized, oh, my notes did say 8. Anyway, we got it together. It's all good. Okay, we're almost done. You don't want to overthink these. You don't want to go too much because 9 times out of 10, the goodies that you put inside is what they're going to care about, and they are not going to really care about the presentation. Okay, and here this one goes on the top. But it's kind of nice to have it all pretty. I have 7 dogs that I have made, and I have got them stuffed, and when I'm done with this, I will be stitching them closed. I took one to work today and sold one, but I'm making them Valentine themed. They're so cute, y'all. Okay, look at that, y'all. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so there is our box, and I am gonna go ahead. I've got some pink shred here. Use whatever color you want. I'm gonna put a little bit of bling down in here, and then we're gonna quickly make the belly band and a rosette for the top. I'm just digging through my little goodie box here, adding in some pretty stuff. Now, if I was giving this to my husband, I'd be putting in the lips. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to put lips in if I'm giving it to my coworkers, because they're my friends. My hubby is the one that gets the lips. Okay, so you can actually also decorate the outside of your box if you want. It's totally up to you. But as you see, 2 of these Hershey bars, and they're just the individual Hershey's. Let's see, these are 0.6 ounces. It fits perfectly right here in my hand. So 2 of them fit in this box perfectly. Okay, so let's quickly make a rosette. Let me move all this out of the way. And let me get that glue before I let it dry out again. I think, honestly, y'all, if I could even get the pin in. Hey, what did I do? It's because I didn't close it up. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut myself a piece of paper, and this one measures 11 by 2, and I'm going to score every 1/2 inch. And we're going to be, actually this is 10.5. So I'm going to start over here. I'm going to score every 1/2 inch. If you do your scoring, after you cut your paper, if you score it first and then cut the paper in half, then you don't have to worry about scoring twice. Okay, so there we go. I had this little, how much is this? It's like less than 1/4. I'm going to cut that off. Or less than, that's about 3/8. I'm going to cut it off. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to now, grabbing my new nifty little paper cutter. Gonna cut this right in half at 1 inch since I cut it at 2. 1 inch is right on the line. Y'all, people made lots of comments about this paper cutter. And what I need to tell you too, one lady did write me and tell me try not to lift this with this too much, because she said it kind of could go off balance. So that was a great tip. Another lady did ask me, does the bottom close? And yes, it clips right into place, as you see. So that's the plus on this one too. Okay. So let's make our rosette. We're gonna fold in all the little score lines. I haven't made rosettes in such a long time, y'all. Okay, got 2 of those. Get this off again. I'm gonna use some art glitter glue. I'm gonna glue this together. Gonna glue them together. I'll fold it. So whenever you make rosettes, if you've never made a rosette before, actually let me turn this just a little bit. If you haven't made a rosette before, when you put it together, make sure that like this looks like a valley and this looks like a mountain. You want to join those together like that. So there we go. Press that well together. I'm gonna get that pen back in here. Problem is I don't have my good glasses on. That's probably the issue. I can't see. Okay, so I'm gonna move my box out of the way. And I'm gonna get ready to make my rosette. Grab my glue gun and have it handy. Okay, I've got all my little folds. I'm good, and actually before I do this, let me cut myself a little circle. I'm just using a 1-inch circle punch, and that one actually wasn't good, so let me try it again. So I didn't like cut a good one. I need to watch what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Much better. These are 1-inch circles that I'm using. I'm gonna get this all down. This paper is a little bit more flimsier. Okay, and there we go. So I'm going to hold it right in place. Put a generous amount of hot glue in the center and hold it for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and add some on top. So I can go ahead and stick my circle down. Okay, there's one side. Now we're going to flip it over and add some glue on the other side. And put the other circle. And voila, got a cute little rosette to go on the top of our box. Okay, so you can add a belly band on this one. I think I'm just going to put the rosette on here. Maybe I'll just add this little tag. Let me also see if I've got some little sparkly hearts to put on here. I think I'll add this on the top here. And I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue it to, I'm just going to put it in the center. Just kind of give it a little top. And maybe this would be cute since the little thing is sticking out. Maybe I'll do 2 hearts. Okay, do my goodies here, y'all. Or better yet, look what I found. Let's peel that off before it's too late. I found a larger one. I'm going to add a little bit more glue. Better. Like that. Look at that. That one looks so much better. Nice and red and pretty. You can decorate these up any way you want. You want to add some washi. You want to put some little stickers going around. And this one right here that I actually peeled off, I could use this one up here. Decorate it up any way you want. I didn't put a whole lot on this one just for the sake of the video. But yeah, look at that. Put a little to and from tag. Let's get that glue off. And look how sweet the box is. It was so easy to make. So easy to make. And I've got some little tag here. It's on one of the cut aparts, so let's use it. You can write a little happy Valentine, or maybe like friends, or you know, anything like that. I'm going to cut this down just a tad. And let me see, you know what? I'm going to end up cutting that off. So then what I would do is I would just do a to and from. To, and I'm just using a pencil, and a from. But you can do it any way you want, y'all. And just have it sticking up under the edge. Let's put it over here. Yeah, just like that. See, easy little box. The idea is the box, and just decorate it any way you want. You can make it more decorative. You can do whatever you like. It holds actually 2 Reese's peanut butter cups, and it holds it perfectly with a little shred in the bottom. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna get this belly band back on. I'm gonna have to start making them where they're a little bit more loose, but I like them to sit still. There you go. So there we go. How easy is that, y'all? And look, let me tell you what the end dimensions. It's 3.5 by 2.5, and it's like 1.5 inches tall. So it's a good deal. It's a good little size. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this quick, easy tutorial. And I hope that maybe if you need a last minute idea to put some goodies in for some friends or a loved one, you might decide you want to make little boxes like this and fill it with some Hershey's or some Reese's peanut butter cups or any chocolate of your choice. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, and you guys have an awesome night, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.